You're standing at the gate, half awake, boarding pass on your phone, coffee cooling in your hand. All you want is to get on the plane, sit down, and disappear for a few hours. Then you step forward. Your bag rolls beside you, and something you weren't even paying attention to suddenly matters. A scanner flashes. A soft but unmistakable alert appears on a screen you didn't know was watching you. No conversation, no explanation. Just a message telling you your bag doesn't qualify and that continuing will cost you $75. That's modern air travel. This isn't a worst-case scenario or a viral story. It's how boarding works now, when discretion is removed from the process. Machines don't negotiate. They don't care that your bag worked last year, or that the airline sold it to you as approved. If your carry-on triggers a system, the decision is already made before you even reach the jet bridge. You're here because you want to avoid that moment. And today, I'm going to walk you through the exact adjustments that separate travelers who walk straight onto the aircraft from those who get stopped, flagged, and sent back to repack in full view of everyone else. Airlines are quietly using weight detection, internal density analysis, and behavioral cues at the gate to decide who gets flagged. Miss even one detail, and your smooth boarding turns into a very expensive detour. Let's start with the assumption most travelers make that if a bag was sold as carry-on compliant, it will always pass. That used to be true. It isn't anymore. Automated sizers don't care about marketing, labels, or what worked 5 years ago. They're scanning the bag exactly as it exists in that moment. Fully packed. Wheels included. Handles included. Zippers included. Even small protrusions that barely register to the eye can push a bag over the threshold. What catches most people off guard is that they measure their luggage when it's empty. The moment you pack it, the shape changes, fabric stretches, corners swell, panels bow outward. That tiny bulge doesn't matter to you, but to a laser-based scanner, it's the difference between compliant and flagged. If you want a margin of safety, you don't aim for the maximum allowed size. You aim smaller. Give yourself space for movement, pressure, and error. And size is only the first filter. There's another trigger most people never see coming, and it has nothing to do with how tidy your bag looks. In fact, the neater and tighter you're packing, the more likely it is to cause problems. Overcompression creates density. Dense bags are harder for scanners to interpret. When clothing, electronics, and accessories are pressed into a single solid mass, the system struggles to separate items quickly. That hesitation is enough to flag your bag for inspection. The solution isn't to pack messier, it's to pack smarter. Spread weight instead of stacking it. Break up clusters. Shift hard items away from the center. Let the bag breathe internally. Shoes along the edges? Soft items between dense ones? Seams offset instead of aligned. You're not packing for aesthetics. You're packing for readability. If you want real certainty before leaving home, test your bag the same way the airport does. A rigid frame tells the truth. Build one if you have to. Slide the bag through it from different angles. Don't drop it in and hope. If it doesn't move easily with light pressure, it's a risk. Soft-sided luggage can pass one direction and fail another, especially when volume scanners assess diagonal depth instead of straight dimensions. Now, let's talk about the trap that costs people money without warning weight. Airlines don't always weigh bags at the gate anymore. Many do it earlier, quietly, while you're distracted. Floors at kiosks and bag drop zones can detect load as you stand there. If you're over the limit, your boarding process can freeze before you realize why. That's why guessing doesn't work. You need to know your number before you leave home. A simple digital scale removes the uncertainty. Weigh your bag when you finish packing, then again before you leave. And don't aim for the limit. Scales vary. Sensors vary. 2 pounds under is safer than exact compliance, especially on international routes or smaller aircraft where enforcement is stricter. And here's the part airlines never advertise. They measure the bag, not you. Weight on your body doesn't count the same way. If your bag is heavy, move the mass. Wear the jacket. Put on the boots. Load the hoodie pockets. Shift chargers, batteries, and dense items onto yourself before you approach scanners. Once you're seated, you can reverse the process. Nothing illegal, nothing dishonest. Just understanding what's being measured and what isn't. Electronics deserve special attention. They're heavy, they look suspicious in scans, and they push bags over limits fast. Laptops, camera bodies, power bricks, these don't belong in your roller if you're trying to stay under thresholds. Put them in your personal item. Most airlines don't weigh under-seat bags, and scanners read them more clearly when items are separated. Packing less isn't about deprivation, it's about efficiency. Every item should justify its place. If you won't use it multiple times, it doesn't earn the space. Reducing volume reduces density, weight, and scrutiny all at once. The fewer just-in-case items you carry, the fewer problems you create. Your choice of personal item matters more than people realize. Rigid mini cases look sleek, but they're unforgiving. If they don't fit, they don't fit. Soft bags adapt. They compress, bend, and angle around seat structures and sizers. A flexible backpack with clean lines and easy access sends the right signals to both machines and humans. Bag count is another silent killer. One carry-on, one personal item. That's the visual rule. Anything extra draws attention. Loose shopping bags, snacks, or souvenirs can turn you into a target instantly. The fix is simple. Consolidate before boarding. One clean silhouette, nothing dangling, nothing loose. Compliance is as much about appearance as it is about policy. Gate agents are trained to spot disorder. Straps flapping, jackets hanging, bottles clipped outside bags, these are signals that say, "Check me." 5 minutes before boarding, secure everything. Zip it. Clip it inside. Wear it or pack it. You want to look effortless, not overloaded. Even when you do everything right, gate checks happen. When they do, preparation matters. Have a small pouch ready with essentials documents, medication, chargers, batteries. When the tag appears, you don't scramble. You transfer and move on. Batteries never go into the hold. Being ready makes the process smooth and keeps your essentials with you. Liquids are another area where assumptions get people burned. Scanner upgrades came and went, but enforcement remains inconsistent. The safest move is to assume traditional limits apply. Or better yet, remove liquids entirely. Solid alternatives don't leak, don't trigger searches, and don't require special handling. Fewer checks, faster flow. Power banks and batteries are under closer scrutiny too. Labels matter. Capacity matters. If it's not clearly marked or exceeds limits, it's gone. Keep batteries in your carry-on. Cover terminals. Know what you're carrying. Devices should power on. That's not optional. A dead device can delay you, or worse. Charge before you leave. Carry a backup cable. Small things prevent big problems. Smart luggage adds another layer of risk. If the battery can't be removed, the bag may not fly. Practice removing it at home. Know the mechanism. Never learn under pressure. Medical devices follow different rules, but only if you treat them properly. Separate bag. Documentation available. Declare calmly. Know your rights. Boarding behavior matters more than people think. Jumping the line doesn't just embarrass you, it draws scrutiny to your bags. Clean execution gets you on board faster than status alone. Timing helps. Virtual security reservations reduce stress and give you control. Less rushing means fewer mistakes. Even teamwork helps. If you're traveling with someone, distribute weight intelligently. One light roller beats 2 borderline ones. And finally, remember this, despite all the automation, there's still a human element. Agents notice calm, prepared travelers. Low-friction travelers don't get questioned. High-friction travelers do. Before you step forward, pause. Check your handles. Secure your items. Walk like your bag weighs nothing. Confidence matters because it signals compliance. The truth is, the era of talking your way out of fees is over. The advantage now comes from preparation and execution. If you understand what's being measured, how it's being measured, and when it's being measured, you stop being a target. If any part of this felt familiar, if you've ever watched your bag disappear down the jet bridge while you stood there wondering what went wrong, you already know why this matters. And if this kind of breakdown helps you travel with less stress and fewer surprises, you know where to find more of it. We're always working on ways to make flying smoother, smarter, and a little less expensive. Travel well, pack with intention, and I'll see you at the gate.